Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel World of AWS. Myself Bipin Kumar. I hope you all are doing good. So in this video, we will be discussing about what is cloud computing. Okay. So what is cloud? So mainly, what is the scenario here? Before we are like any organization when they need servers, they are setting up database center, and they are implementing the server things like doing the networking, doing the configuration of server for storage and everything. And in that case they have to manage, like they have to occupy some space, some they have to hire some new employee as well to maintain the data center, and they have to buy some land as well, and they have to implement some cooling functionality there so the server will work smoothly. So that's why cloud came into the picture, and it help everyone. So in cloud, we are just don't have to worry about our managing the servers and all. AWS and whatever cloud provider we are using, that will manage our servers on behalf of us. Okay, so that's the main thing. And whatever we are using in cloud things, we are using, if we are using AWS, then just we have to pay for what we are using. So that pricing model name is pay as you go. Okay, but in the case of if we are implementing data center, so if we having 50 servers suppose, and we are only using 30 servers, so 20 servers are going waste. Okay, and we are just wasting our money. Yeah, and this case is solved by cloud computing. So you don't have to worry about how much server you need. You just go and create your account. You can set up your launch your servers EC2 instance, and you can deploy your application, and you don't have to worry about the EC2 your application availability. AWS will manage on your behalf. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what is why we use cloud computing. Okay, by moving to the cloud, business can reduce their energy consumption and the carbon footprint by up to 90%. Okay, rather than having in-house server and software. As I told you, business can be use cloud-based service to access the same application and data from any computer or device within an internet. So whenever we are using and accessing our EC2 instance, so data connection is must required. So the top 10 benefit of cloud computing. Okay, so let me walk you through, and you can make a note, you can pause the video, you can make a note, and you can go through it later, and you can memorize it if you are planning to learn AWS. So I am here to help you out. I will like show you everything about the cloud things. So just stay with me and keep watching my videos. So I am just new here, so I have thought I will help everyone to learn cloud. So just stay with me and keep watching, keep supporting. So we are talking about 10 benefits of cloud computing. Okay, so accessibility anywhere with any device. You can access your cloud server or any services with anywhere and with any device. Okay, ability to get rid most or all hardware and software. Okay, centralized data security, so you can manage your security using AWS IAM, AWS Security Hub, AWS Guard Duty, AWS CloudTrail for logging and monitoring things. And you can also use CloudWatch, high performance and availability. So the cloud performance is high and it's highly available. Quick deployment, quick application deployment as well. So you can just launch your EC2 instance and you can deploy your code there, and your application will get deployed. So instant business insight. So you can just plan your business insight, and you can decide like how many server you need. So that's the thing here. Business continuity, you can just plan to decide whatever server you need, and you can just deploy your application, and you have to like don't worry about the things, and you can just go along with the your application and your EC2 instance. Price performance and cost saving. So price performance means like you have to pay whatever you are using only. Okay. And cost saving plan is also there available, so you can also choose that. So virtualized computing. So what is EC2? Like it is a virtual server which is pre-configured. Okay. So cloud computing is greener. So like we don't have to occupy some data center, we don't have to buy some cooling system services. So you just have to buy your server from any cloud provider. Okay. Cloud types. So what are the cloud types? So public cloud. Okay. Like AWS, Google, Microsoft, so Azure, that's the public cloud. So what is private cloud? Private cloud are loosely defined and cloud environment sold dedicated to a single end user or group. Okay. Where the environment usually run behind that user or group's firewall. All cloud became private cloud when the underlying IT infrastructure is dedicated to a single customer with completed isolated access. So private cloud means where you are running your things, applications, and on that specific cloud other are not running their application. Okay. So cloud services, what are the cloud services available? So IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So infrastructure as a service means cloud service provides manage an infrastructure for you, the actual server, network virtualization and data storage through the internet connection. The user has access through an API or dashboard and essentially rents their infrastructure. Okay. So infrastructure as a service, like we can use cloud formation, Terraform, and we can create our infrastructure by writing our code in JSON or YAML. Okay. So PaaS, platform as a service. Okay. So what is it? PaaS means that hardware and an application software platform are provided and managed by an outside cloud service provider, but the use handle the apps running on the top of the platform and the data the app relies on. Primarily for developer and programmer, platform as a service gives user a shared cloud platform for application development and management. So just AWS, platform as a service, you can think as a AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Oracle Cloud, this thing. And you can have a look here. So what is the platform as a service looks like? What are the layers available in platform as a service, and what are the layer available in infrastructure as a service, and what are the layers available in on site? Okay. So SaaS, okay. Software as a service. Software as a service is a service that deliver a software application, okay, which the cloud service provider manage to its user. Typically, software as a service apps are web application or mobile app that users can access via web browser. Software update, bugs fix, and other general software maintenance are taken care of for the user, and they connected to the cloud application via a dashboard or API. So What are the layers available in software as a service? You can have a look here. Okay, and you can just make a note of these things, why we need cloud or AWS. Okay, like then stack of server. So there are a lot of servers and with the pre-configured AMI available, so that's the thing here. Keeping the peak traffic in mind, so you don't have to worry about your traffic. You can configure multi availability zone, as well as you can implement application load balancer, auto scaling, so your application will be always available. Monitoring and maintaining the server, so monitoring and maintaining the server, it's easy using cloud. Okay, you can use a lot of monitoring and monitoring tools. Okay, so that's CloudWatch you can use to create alarm, and you can also use Security Hub for security things, and guard duty as well for security purpose. And you can use CloudTrail for logging and monitoring. You can create user using IAM. You can assign them policy roles. You can add them to the specific group as well using IAM. You can create VPC. You can configure their route table, security group. So whoever having access to that specific EC2 instance, so that user can only access that things. Okay, so how it happen? So like how cloud things happen. Put your data on cloud server, like you just have to put your data on cloud. Okay, scalability of your server will vary according to the traffic. So your application will be scalable according to the traffic. So your cloud provider will manage your server, hence you no worry about the underlying infrastructure. Whatever I told you before, like you don't have to worry about underlying infrastructure. Your cloud provider will manage these things on behalf of you. Okay, why AWS? Why we are going with AWS? So AWS having 37% market share. No one is near to this. Yeah, but AWS, sorry, Microsoft Azure is near to AWS. So these two services cloud provider having total capture of the cloud market. So one is AWS and another one is Microsoft Azure. AWS servers have 6 times more capacity than others. Okay, so flexible pricing. So flexible pricing is also available if you are like buying your instances for a specific time of period, then significant discount is available there. So what is AWS? Let's discuss about AWS. AWS is a secure service platform offering compute power, database storage, content delivery, and other functionality to help business scale and grow. Okay, so different domain in AWS: EC2 elastic compute cloud, storage S3 simple storage services, database RDS relational database services, migration transfer the data from AWS to on-premise or somewhere else you can use it, management and monitoring tool CloudWatch, security and identity compliance IAM, identity and access management, messaging SNS services available. So let me walk you through the what are the services, common services offered by AWS. These are the only few services, and there is a lot more than 200 or 300 services available offered by AWS. So it's really hard to cover in a video, so I am just going through the common services. AWS services like EC2 resizable compute capacity in the cloud, which can be customized according to our need. Okay, so you can customize according to your need, means you can launch EC2 instance and you can attach how much capacity you need to that EC2 instance. You can launch like if you need 8 GB CPU, 8-volt CPU and like 64 GB RAM, then you can choose, you can go ahead with that. Lambda, execute background task, not for hosting any application. Lambda, then there we have to create any function and we have to execute our function. Elastic Beanstalk, so deploy your application with without worrying about underlying hardware. It automated form of EC2. We don't have to configure everything. So you just have to deploy your application using Elastic Beanstalk. You don't have to worry about configuration and all. Elastic Beanstalk will do it on your behalf. So Elastic Load Balancer, so load balancer means you can understand, so which balance the load. Okay, so it will balance load for your application, so distributed the workload on the deployed instance. Okay, suppose if you have three instance deployed, then Elastic Load Balancer or application load balancer and network load balancer will route the traffic according to your instance availability and capacity. Auto scaling, so what is auto scaling? It will scale up if your traffic increase suddenly, so that's the thing here. And it will automatically down as well. If your traffic is getting decrease, then it will get decrease as well. Scale up and down automatically. When CPU uses 70%, then it's automatically launch and EC2 instance. So these are the functionality of auto scaling. AWS storage domain, so S3, object oriented file system. So this S3 is generally used for storing our files. Okay, CloudFront is a content delivery network, file cached nearby location, so user can access file easily. So suppose your application is deployed in Ohio region, okay, and you have implemented their cloud front there, then whenever the end user trying to access your application, it will route to the nearest location. So that's the concept of CloudFront. Okay, it's the content delivery network. EBS, Elastic Block Storage. So whenever you are launching your EC2 instance, one root volume will be get attached to your EC2 instance where the OS and everything will be running. So that's the EBS volume. So block level storage provide high ops, input output per second rate. Okay, Glacier, data archiving service offering low price storage. This one Glacier is the type of S3. Okay, so Snowball, this one is also a feature of AWS offered by it comes under S3, physical transfer of data to AWS. Storage gateway provides seamless integration between your on-premise server and AWS infrastructure. AWS database services, so what these are the database services available in AWS. So RDS, relational database management service. Okay, so Aurora, Amazon based MySQL, but better performance than MySQL. Amazon Aurora is 5 times faster than MySQL. Okay, so DynamoDB, non-relational database management system. It manages all the database automatically. No manual interception needed, only non-relational. Okay, Elastic Cache, set up and manage scale a distributed cache in cloud environment. So Redshift, fully managed petabyte scale data warehouse service used for data analysis. So AWS networking services, VPC, virtual private network, where you can launch your AWS resources. You can create route table, you can create security group, you can attach network load balancer things. So you can do these things according to your requirement. So Direct Connect, is a leased line using which you can directly connect to the AWS infrastructure. Okay. Route 53. So Route 53 is a domain name system. So it's basically redirect the traffic from the URL to the IP address of the server on which your application is hosted. So Route 53 is mainly like it will route your traffic. So according to your application availability. So you can host your application in multiple availability zones. So if your application in one availability zone is having too much traffic, then it will route to other availability zone. AWS management service. So we having some services available in under AWS management service that we use to manage our AWS resources. So CloudWatch. So CloudWatch is a monitoring tool which you can use to monitor resources as well as application. Okay. So CloudFormation is an infrastructure as a tool. So you can write your code there and you can deploy it, and it will create infra on your behalf. This service is used to create template of resources, and you can automate the creation of process of resources. So CloudTrail, it is a logging and monitoring service. Okay. So whatever your user is performing under AWS, so you can use CloudTrail to check the logs and monitor the work. It is a configuration management tool. Okay. So trusted advisor, what is it? It is a personal assistant to you in the AWS infrastructure. Optimize your AWS infrastructure, improve security and performance, reduce cost, and monitor services quota. Okay. So AWS security services, IAM, identity and authorization management service, and KMS, key management service. So these things are and comes under AWS security service. Then after that we have AWS notification service, SES, simple email service, bulk email service, automatic reply is also done. SQS, simple queue service, let you send, store and receive message between software component at any volume without losing message. Okay. So SNS, this one is the most common used service for the notification things, simple notification thing service. It send notification to you have implemented according to your need. Okay. So whenever you are creating your CloudWatch alarm, you can set up SNS there, and you can create a SNS topic, and you can add whomever you want to get notified, and it will trigger the alarm whenever CPU and anything like memory utilization is going beyond the threshold, like 70%, 80%, whatever you have defined there. So according to that setting, it will notify you. So that's it for this video. I hope you are liking and enjoying my video. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel. I will come with my next video soon. So I hope you are really enjoying, and thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment if you have any query. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day.